Hey folks, Keith with 93 Lumber coming back at you with another beer. This beer is from Berwick Brewing Company. It is their smoke session. I believe that's what it's called. I went to the brewery today. I did have this while I was there. And I got more because it's good. And I'm going to review it for y'all. But yeah. Yeah, it was my first time at Berwick. It was super nice. And when I went, I was like, most of the people that were there were maybe 10 other people there when I first got there. They were mostly sitting at the bar. And then I kept following signs for the beer garden. And they're right off the... I don't remember the name of the river that's there. But the back of their brewery property is right on the river. So like they have like a beer garden kind of thing. And it's literally like the river is right there. So I sat back there by myself for like an hour and a half, and it was awesome. And then of course, like 15 minutes before I leave, people start showing up, which is fine. I was getting ready to leave anyway, but anyway, fantastic atmosphere as far as the outside goes. The inside's pretty cool because it's like super old and stuff, and that stuff is always interesting. But anyway, let's get to the beer. So yeah, it's yellow, bright yellow. It is clear. There is not much of a head on it, but the head is white. Yeah, that's like maybe an eighth of a finger. Kind of mixed between super tiny bubbles and these bigger bubbles around the outside. Let's see what it smells like. So this is like, it's not like the Schlenkerla where it's like super smoky. But it is quite smoky. And it's like almost the perfect balance of like the smoked meat smokiness, but also like that ashtray kind of charcoal kind of smokiness, campfire smokiness, however you want to describe it. And it smells awesome. There's also a bit of a sweetness in there, which, well, get into it when I give it a taste. Cheers. Yeah. I don't know if, because this is so I went there, I had a couple beers, I brought a few beers back. This is the third beer that I'm reviewing. I didn't like drink all of each beer, but obviously I'd be a hot mess right now. Well, I'm always a hot mess, but I'd be a drunk hot mess right now. Anyway, I digress. And in one of the other beers, I got this like apple thing. This kind of like apple. It's like not like a spiced kind of thing, but kind of like an apple cider, apple juice kind of thing. And I'm getting it in here along with that balance of the like the smoked meat smokiness and the ashtray charcoal campfire kind of smokiness thing. Yeah, it's fucking it kind of tastes like smoky apple juice, which is fucking maybe a weird thing to say, but it's awesome. I believe the ABV on this is 4.7. Yeah. There is just a tiny bit of like dryness to it. Yeah. It kind of reminds me of like actually what it reminds me of is like it's kind of like a hard cider, but not a tart hard cider at all. It doesn't have like that tartness. It's like a smoked hard cider. Apple. Hard apple cider. Thing, kind of. I don't know. It's really good. It's so good. That's all I'm going to say, because that's all there is to say. If you're anywhere near Berwick, we're like, since we moved, we'd be a little bit closer if we hadn't moved, but since we moved, we're almost 2 hours away from Berwick, but otherwise we'd be like less than an hour and a half away. But worth it. Absolutely. Just for this beer. Like I would drive out there just for this beer. That's just my opinion, but because I feel like the smokiness in this is not. It's enough to keep me happy, but it's not too much to make someone else unhappy, or to put other people off, or whatever. Or people who don't like super smoked beers. It wouldn't put them off. I don't think. But anyway. I think Katie and I are going to go back there, and she has a Saturday off coming up in the next month, I think. Or next few weeks or something. And we're going to take another trip out there because she wants to go out there. So hopefully they have this on tap. They also have another smoked beer that they did not have on tap. It was on the board, but it said it was out. So hopefully they have that one back when we go to. But yeah, this is awesome. It does kind of look like apple juice though, which is it just a mental thing? Am I mentally thinking that it looks like apple juice? I don't think so, because the other beer that was giving me apple vibes definitely did not look like apple juice. So, yeah. Yeah, this one's a good one. This is probably not to make this video longer, but this is probably my favorite. This has been my favorite. Not like I've had a bunch of smoked beers. This is probably my favorite, not super smoky smoked beers that I've had. Like, obviously, if you're familiar with my channel or watch me on any other live streams that I'm on, or watch any other people's videos, because they always talk about how much I love smoked beers, you would know that I am... Excuse me. I am a slut for smoked beers, for super smoked beers. Schlankala. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but whatever. Yeah, stuff like that. Like smoked beers in general, but I tend to lean towards the I want it to taste like I'm licking an ashtray, or I want it to taste like whatever. But this is probably my favorite that is not a palate killer, but yeah. I'm gonna stop talking now, because I'm gonna go play video games and drink this and the other beers. So I hope you're all doing well out there. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. You can like this video if you would like to. You can subscribe to the channel if you have not already. You can follow me on Instagram at 93lumber. That's spelled out, 93lumber. And we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.